Okay, it's the DIY blog guy, and today we're talking about plugins. What are they and where to find them? Okay, let's log into our site. We'll go to the dashboard, and we can find plugins down here on the left hand side menu, and we'll have a look at our installed plugins. Now, plugins extend the functionality of WordPress. So WordPress can work by itself, but there's a lot of other features that you can add via plugins. Today we're going over the must-have WordPress plugins as a beginner blogger. So when you log into your site, you may find that there's a few plugins already installed. We go down here, you can see by default we had the Kismet and the Jetpack, and I've actually since loaded the favicon in another video. Now these are all crucial plugins. Jetpack is great for beginners for WordPress because it's just got a lot of features in there. You should have that installed, and you'll probably see something like this where it says connect to WordPress. So let's just click on that now. What it's actually asking for is for you to create an account on the WordPress.com site, and it will enable a few functionality for you. So you should go ahead and do that. I've already got an account here, so I'm just going to approve that. Okay, so here we are. We've we've connected the WordPress functionality, and there's some other plugins that you get as the default for that. I'll let you go through all of those. The WordPress stats is good because, until you've actually installed Google Analytics, you want to at least know what's happening on your site, but you can go through those anyway. I'll just continue on and on, make it a long video. Okay, so that's the Jetpack installed. So the other one that you want to have installed along with Jetpack, if you're going to have comments on your site, is a Kismet, and that one there is basically going to control your spam. So let's just activate that one as well. Now I've covered comments activation in another video and suggest that you actually disable them when you first start. That's just simply because you're probably not ready for people to comment and spam and things like that, so it just takes too much time. So in here now I've connected again via the WordPress.com login. It's saying that you want to register. Now I'm not going to do that today because I'm not going to use these plugins. But you go through the registration process. There is a fee associated to a Kismet, and what you probably don't realize is you can actually change the fee down to 0. So if you're just starting off, you don't want to spend any money, you don't necessarily need to make a donation to their program. Okay, so that's those two. Definitely are essential plugins. Let's go back to the installed plugins again. Let's quickly talk about the favicon. The favicon is the little icon that appears on your browser tab. Now I would suggest changing that from the default one that you get with your blog hosting. This little program called Favicon by Real Favicon Generator. If we actually just quickly go into here, what that allows you to do is just upload a small photo or image onto the program, and then you can generate a favicon and it will just put it on for you. The other way to do favicons is just to drop the image, a .ico format image, into your hosting account, but that's probably a little bit too complicated, so I would go with that plugin. Okay, so let's just go back over to the install plugins. Okay, I'm just going to close this window down here, and we aren't going to activate that one for now. Okay, so now we want to install a new plugin. So let's have a look at adding a new one. Now the one that you must get, this is definitely a must-have, is called Yoast. This actually handles your Google search engine optimization. I'm just going to close this off here. Now Yoast SEO, just do an install in that to install the plugin. And now we just activate the plugin. Okay, so that's Yoast SEO installed. Let's just have a quick look at a post and just see how that changes the actual post that you've done. We'll just edit one of these posts here. Okay, I'm just going to close a few of these tabs off again. That one keeps appearing. Okay, so we'll have a look down here. Now we've got a new feature down at the bottom of our blog post, and this is the search engine optimization. This sort of shows you what appears in Google when someone's searching for your website. So this is the top header that you'll see. Now you can change that by changing this section here. Your focus keyword is, well, let's just say I put in blog for this. So it's just a keyword that if someone types the word blog, they potentially could find your website. And the meta description is actually a little bit of detail about the page that people are going to. So this is a test blog. Okay, so what you'll see here is that this is the crucial information for Yoast. What you've got here is saying that you've actually put your keyword in the heading of your article. You've got it in the page title, the URL, okay, which is good, and the content, so it's appearing 13 times. And the meta description it also appears in there. So you want this to be all good here. Okay, so if we actually have a look up here, we'll see that. Okay, so what will happen when it does its analysis, it'll change this little light to green or yellow. So let's just update that and see whether we've got green there, which says we've actually met all the criteria for the search engine optimization. Anyway, I digress. Let's go back to the plugins and we'll add a new plugin. Now, the other one you want to do is put in some social links for people. So when you're doing posts, you want them to be able to share your information. So let's just have a look at this one here. They call it Use Social Sharer. I like this one because it's just got some basic features in there. It covers off most of the social media outlets. So again, we'll just activate that plugin, and there it is. So if you wanted to have a look at its settings, I probably don't have the time to go through all of these things, but you won't have a look at the sharing settings. And you can see which ones you've actually got access to, and so you just connect those to your particular accounts. Okay, back to the plugins. We do add new. Another one that I always use is the insert headers, and footers. Insert headers and footers. This enables you to insert code from, say, your Google Analytics or your Google Webmaster Tools, and it just makes it really easy to do. So I just suggest that. It's a quick one. If any application that is asking for you to put some script or some code into your header or into your footer, this is the tool that's going to allow you to do it. So you would just type in that text there and just hit save. So again, that's another a must-have plugin as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so back to add new. We're getting close to the end now. So ultimate no follow. Word. Okay, so here we are. We've got the ultimate no follow. So again, if we install that and activate plugin. Okay, so that's been installed now. The way, again, this works is if you are in a blog post, let's have a quick look at that. We'll do an edit. Okay, so if we just go down here now, and we wanted to put in a link, say we want to a link on the word abundance. Now when we click on the link, we'll find we've got a couple of new features in here. So you would put in your HTTP link to the website that you're putting in. And here you've got an option now to say, do you want, when someone clicks that link, do you want them to open a new window? Which usually you do because you don't want them to be taken from your site. And add rel no follow link. So this just means that you're not sending away any of your page juice. Look, it's important to do. There's going to be times where you want your people to actually go across to another site. I wouldn't have that ticked on it. if you're going to do that as well. So, alright, so we just do an add link there, and now that's got what's called a nofollow against it. Again, a little bit more information than you need, but just thought I'd explain what that's about. So let's quickly go back to the install plugins. Whoops, we'll leave that page because I didn't do an update. Okay, we're going to just add one more plugin, and this one is a pretty basic one. What happens is sometimes when people can't find your website, they get this thing called a 404 page. It's not very good to have on your site because it's just an ugly looking page. If you can customize it, but ultimately you just want this to be redirected to something else. So you install this, and if we just go to settings on that. Okay, so if we just go down the settings here, all you want to do is have it so that when you someone hits a 404, they just want to be redirected to a page, and typically you're either going to have a custom URL, or I just put it usually to the home page, so at least they go back to where they are. So again, that's just one that I would have as a default, and that's pretty much it. So let's just quickly go over those again. I appreciate that we're taking a lot longer today than normal, and we'll just have a look at install plugins. So 404 to 301, we've just explained what that is. The Kismet is about your spam prevention. Your favicon by Real Favicon Generator just helps to change the little tab icon. Insert headers and footers, you'll need that at some stage. Jetpack again has a lot more features in it. The Jews social post sharer is for your social sharing. Ultimate no follow if you're going to be having links that you don't want to send page juice away to. And we've got Yoast SEO, which is probably the main one that you want for your blog posts to try and get good search engine rankings. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you for your time.